inadvertent overlapping.
Yeah.
Gray looks like he's gonna, looks like he, maybe a little misstep there. Looks like he extruded that. Or maybe not a misstep. Maybe he's gonna do that second feature as a sleeve. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Looks like he gave it. So here we are. The third and final battle between these two epic competitors. It's been a lot of fun watching Gray and Mehtab on this journey and watching all the models they've been able to construct. And now we come down to the final model, the final battle. Who will win the 2025 Summer Open? Now, what I've done is I've taken some of these models from our finals and I've put them over here on the Too Tall Toby website. If you have a subscription to the website, you can visit tootalltoby.com. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the library. And you can see here are the models that we saw in the final episode of this tournament, including this one that we're about to see, 250813. You can see here that there have been 8 people from the community that have solved this model. You can see that it's got an average solve time of 11 minutes and 30 seconds. And of course, this model has been remixed a little bit, so you can't just copy and paste the answer. You really have to solve it yourself. So if you wanted to, you could try to solve the model first on the website and then come back and watch this tournament highlight, or you could watch the tournament highlight first and then try to solve it on the website. Either way, the model is changed a little bit, so it will truly be a new experience for you. And of course, as always, let me know down in the comments what you thought about this tournament, what you think about this final matchup, what you think about the winner, and what you think about today's Tier 6 model. We can figure something out. We can work together and figure something out.
Alrighty.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, here we go. I'm going to give this thing a shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Good luck to all of you who think you have clairvoyance. And go! I try not to look before I spin it. Okay, guys. Wow. Looks like it's going to be drawing number 21. These guys are being put to the test today. All right, guys.
Today for sure.
Yeah. Guys, this is it. I'm so excited, so thankful, so glad that this tournament brought us to this point. We've got our number 1 seed, Mehtab from Bangladesh, using SolidWorks. Our number 2 seed, Gray from Russia, using SolidWorks. They've both earned 1 point. We are going into potentially the final match of this tournament. If one of these guys can come up with the correct mass of this model, they are going to win the final point and they will be declared the champion of this 2025 Summer Open. Corey, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Are you guys in the chat ready? Here we go. The chat says, yes, we are ready. Let's go, guys. This CAD vs. CAD battle between Mehtab, our number 1 seed from Bangladesh, and Gray, our number 2 seed using SolidWorks. This championship CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? And this is actually a tier 6 part. Surprise! And this one has a tolerance of ±4. It's made from ABS. It is a sewer cover frame. And we are going to flip over. And look, there is a Toby note that says all ribs are filleted with 7.5 per side, full round. How about that? I thought it was just going to be hypothetical. So here we go. Let's see how these guys approach this thing. Looks like Gray, just like the last model, has decided to begin this sketch looking at it from the front, probably creating what we call a revolve. Meanwhile, Mehtab started on the top plane and has already drawn first blood. Mehtab getting in there with the very first extrusion, the very first solid feature. Mehtab drawing first blood. Let's see how it goes.
Aaron C said there's an easy way and there's a hard way. And right after, FPV Kev says, I think I'll pass.
Yes, indeed.
So I think for FPV Kev, he says there's a hard way and there's a hard way, and I'm not going to do it. So.
Yeah. So very interesting. Mehtab now, and we saw him do this in the last model as well. Instead of doing this as a revolve with a drafted angle, he's decided to create that second extrusion with the drafted angle on that second extrusion. We'll see if it pays off for him here in this model. Gray looking at this a little bit more of a traditional way, kind of looking at it as though it's just all solid and going through and modeling it with solid features. Mehtab going through and opting to model this thing using solid extrusions. Gray doing it more like a revolve. Excuse me, misspoke there. Gray doing it more like a revolve there. Mehtab doing it feature by feature. I think for me personally, I'd probably do it as a revolve.
I think that's what I was thinking too. But then once you get to some of the other geometry, it's like, I don't know, maybe this would have paid off a different way. So
yeah, for sure. And so you can see here now, Mehtab already jumping into what looks like it's going to be his third or fourth feature, and that is to create the geometry for those handles that are sticking out the side. So you can see that the geometry for these handles, the model has symmetry in two directions. So we just have the geometry for these handles, but it's being defined, instead of defining it with an angle, it's being defined with a dimension. But Mehtab opting to use the reference dimension that was in there. Looks like he's going to try to just use that angle. He prefers that angle. Sometimes what you'll see is that you'll have a reference dimension on a drawing where the inspection team can kind of use that to make sure that the thing is within spec, but Mehtab is actually using it to help with the design. Interesting approach.
There we go.
Yeah, and Gray here on the right is going to be using a similar approach here, going through and adding in the geometry for that handle. They're almost neck and neck here. Mehtab is just a little bit ahead. Gray is opting to put those fillets in at the sketch level. Mehtab opting to put them in at the feature level. Wow. This feels like this is going to be one of these models where it's going to come down to one person making a little mistake or something like that.
Yep.
Looks like the geometry for these handles is called out in the detail view, and it's called out using some references to some existing geometry. So this is another one of these models where the order of operations is really important. If you decided to get in there and create that entire base at first, you would not have the key geometry that you need to locate the geometry for this handle. But it looks like it's Mehtab and Gray both have that geometry ready to go.
Do you have a copy of this one too, a physical copy?
No physical copy.
I want to see you hold up this. I want to see you hold up this sewer.
I'll go down to the nearest neighborhood and I'll see if I can grab one of these off of the.
Yeah, I'll be back. Let me go find
the utilities. Exactly. Aaron C in the chat saying you should have made it so that they don't coincide with the center point. That would have been real tricky. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been mean.
Yeah, that would have been exactly. Yeah.
That would have been real mean.
So we see Gray here kind of going back. I confess I was kind of zoned in there on what Mehtab was doing with that handle. Looks like Gray is going back in and maybe double checking some of his dimensions, changing or adding in a diameter. Looks like maybe he was missing a diameter there. And wow, look at Gray. He's already got that whole shape created. Like I said, I kind of looked away for a second. He's got that handle geometry in place. And now instead of creating the cut, he's going to go on and continue creating solids. And that's usually what I do as well. I try to create all my solids first, and I kind of save my cuts for the end so I can avoid any inadvertent overlapping.
Yeah.
Gray looks like he's gonna looks like he maybe a little misstep there. Looks like he extruded that. Or maybe not a misstep. Maybe he's gonna do that second feature as a sleeve. Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I like it. Looks like he maybe was looking for an Ivan exploit on this feature too, trying to roll an Ivan exploit into the final model of the tournament. That would be a real icing on the cake move.
Yeah.
So we see here Gray opting to create those kind of mounting bosses, those 4 mounting bosses on the inside of the model, while Mehtab decided to focus more on the cutout that was in the handle. And now we can see that Mehtab is going back through, adding in that cutout, and is going to be now going through and trying to get to those bosses. What are you thinking, Corey?
Yeah, and then like in just 2 steps, it's like, oh, wow, there he is. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
So it's still anybody's game.
Yes. Dalvin says the silence in the chat shows how focused we all are on this impressive modeling. Yes. Yeah,
I know, and I've noticed on these last 2 models too, usually we get somebody that's like, oh, I got it. We haven't had that in a while on some of these models, and I think we're all locked in and just focusing and trying to yeah. Yeah, so Gray now looks like he was able to get through that circular pattern and
Interesting. Mehtab looked like he's opting to use a sketch pattern here, and you know, SolidWorks always tends to fight you when you try to make a sketch pattern. So it's interesting that that's the route that he's going. But it looks like maybe he was able to get that back to the state that he wanted it. And oh yeah, he was able to get those bosses in place for that sketch pattern. Now he's going to opt to use a fillet here. Whoa! Look at how he was able to get all those edges selected for that fillet. That was some kind of magic SolidWorks shortcut there. That was cool. Just one click, he was able to get all 8 of those edges selected. And now he's just got to get those holes in place. And he may be coming down the home stretch here. Meanwhile, we got Gray here. Looks like he had to go back to the handle. I thought he had that handle in place already. Maybe something happened where he had to go back to it.
Yeah, I don't.
See.
I think
the model is symmetric.
One side, yeah,
the model is symmetric in 2 directions. So I just can't see that other side of his screen, so I don't know what's going on with the handle on the other side. But yeah, it looks like he's got that handle on the other side. Very interesting here. What's going on with this?
Still there.
Yeah, okay, still there. So we'll see what he ends up doing with this geometry. Looks like he may have gotten a little... Oh, he's trying to create the rib. I forgot about the ribs. That's right. This thing has these ribs on it, and the ribs do have a fillet, full round fillet on those ribs. So Gray was moving on to that rib. I thought he was doing the handle. I got a little confused there.
Yeah, FPV Kev says the red is off putting on grays for me. It looks like errors in the sketches. That's exactly how I was feeling too. Like,
yeah,
I know you're like, oh, I like this layout. It freaks me out.
And Mehtab doing the final spin and possibly coming in with an answer here. And Mehtab comes into the chat with an answer. 9,816 grams. And Corey Mesa, we have ourselves a champion. 9,816 grams is correct. And Mehtab is going to take down the championship of this tournament. Wow, 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 guys. What a battle. What a run from Mehtab throughout that tournament. That was absolutely epic and so fun to watch. And holy smokes, that was so cool throughout the entire tournament. Mehtab coming through with that victory at the end. Really getting through those models. I really thought Gray was pulling ahead there while Mehtab was working on those handles and those cuts. But Mehtab, as always, pulls through and surprises us. And wow, wow, wow. What a win. What a victory spin there. And guys, we got to give Mehtab a GG in the chat. Congratulations. Awesome job. Wow, wow, wow. GG to both of our runners, but holy smokes. That is not an easy model, and Mehtab was able to get through that thing. And well done, my friend. Congratulations to our tournament champion, Mehtab from Bangladesh. So awesome, man. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations.
Guys, that was amazing.
Yeah, really, really good. Really, really awesome. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We do still have a giveaway that we're going to do here, but don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this tournament. It was a lot of fun working with you, Corey, on this tournament, and I know that a lot of work goes into preparing for this, so thank you so much for being my co-commentator.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's a blast. My mom was texting me throughout. She's like, you're like doing so good. You're totally in your element. And I was like, yeah, like I just got done talking to the students and telling them how I hate talking in front of people. But I can do this forever.
That's it.
You know, I'm a teacher and I talk in front of kids every day, but it's like, for me, it's not the same. But you put a mic in my hand and throw me in front of a crowd and I'm just like,
You're natural. You're an absolute natural.